Okay, I started out writing, creative writing, poetry, stuff like that, and just messing around, freestyling in the cafeteria with my friends. One of the older heads who used to work there, he rapped as a hobby. You know, I guess it was kind of past his time, and he felt like he missed that opportunity in life and saw some potential in us, and pulled me over and was like, yo, your friends are good, but like what you got is something special. Like, it's on another level, and if you take it seriously, I think you could be something. And so I started taking it more seriously after he told me that. And you know, a few years later, well, there's a bunch of stuff I'm skipping, but like for time's sake, a few years later, you know, how did I meet T.R.U.T.H? I think it was over MySpace. I was really popular on MySpace. I got a couple features, you know. I did some songs with Slum Village and who else at that time? Rhyme Fest and Mickey Halstead and a bunch of guys from Good Music. Malik Youssef, J.I.V. What was dude's name on the GLC? You know what I'm saying? Those good music dudes. And Duck Down was like, yo, we're looking for the next new thing. And I was like, I don't know, you know, what you mean by that, but I got great music, and I'll let the music speak for itself. I'm not gonna tell you who I've worked with. I'm not gonna tell you what awards I've won, although they're all on Wikipedia, you know. But listen to the music and then get back at me. And you know, they got back at me and they're like, oh, well, who engineered this? And I did. Who got this? Who produced this record for you? You know, I did it. You know, I did everything, and I got an in-house team with me, and they basically saw the value in that. You know, great music, great performer, in-house team. They didn't have to do much. You know, just put me on that platform. You know, skip to Now with another label now, Mixed Bag. T.R.U.T.H saw the value in that. You know, loved what I did, loved the message, loved everything about it. And, you know, he put me on his platform. And we're here now. With any label, a label is a bank to most artists, right? And to find a bank that actually believes in your business or your product or your brand is kind of like a blessing, you know? Like, so to have Duck Down believe in me, regardless of my faith, regardless of the content, you know, they had nothing against that. They were like, listen, yeah, you don't swear, yeah, you don't do this, you don't do that, but you're dope. And we'll get behind that. You know, it's the same thing with T.R.U.T.H, except the difference was with T.R.U.T.H is that we share the same values. So he, not only does he believe in it, but he understands where I'm coming from, you know, so to have a label back you that actually shares the same values and really 100% believes in you because they agree with those values is next level. Oh, I've always been a Christian. I've always been. This is the first time I've ever worked with a Christian company, and it's a little different, but not too different. Like, because the people I've worked with before, like a Duck Down, like, yeah, they're not Christian by whatever, by no means are they Christian, but they're great people and they have great intentions and good hearts. You know, where they'll end up at the end of the day, that is between them and God. But value-wise or morals and character, they're great people, and they've never lied or acted shady or anything like that. Most of my greatest experiences have been with non-Christians. So I don't, you know, this is the first time, like the first time I've ever heard about the Christian industry was when I went to GMAs years ago. And I met like Grits and all these guys. I've never heard of them before that, you know. It's like I just met Lecrae, I think it was last year at South by. I was never like, you know, nothing against his music, but I was never a Lecrae fan. I've only heard about him from kids at my church. You know, I don't really, people think because I'm a Christian and I rap that, you know, I know this stuff, or yeah, I got all of Swoop's albums and stuff like that, but I'm definitely just learning this stuff and hearing about all these guys now. You know, I knew about T.R.U.T.H. I met T.R.U.T.H years ago at Flavor Fest, and I was like, wow, he's amazing, and he's a Christian? That's dope. I never really, until recent years, heard anybody who's Christian that I was like, yo, this guy's dope. Playing all those sold-out shows with Duck Down was great. Being on the same label and bill as like Talib Kweli and De La Soul and all these guys who I grew up listening to and stuff like that was amazing. Just being able to be in the studio with these guys and seeing how they create and chopping it up with them and discussing it picking their brains and seeing how they think. You know, especially being like non-believers or believers of other things and stuff like that. Just talking to people and getting to know people and loving on people, that was crazy. Also, I think like probably the height of my career so far is being in NBA 2K11 as a playable character. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. And that was through Duck Down. You know, they put me on the show. It was at South by a couple years ago, and they invited 2K Sports out. I think his name was Ryan Hunt. And he saw my set and he was like, he pulled me aside after and he was like, what did he say? He said something like, to be honest, when I seen your picture on the site, and I was like, who the heck is this kid up here with Buckshot and everybody? I've never heard of him. I started reading your bio. He's like, Canada? What does Canada have, you know? And then he's like, I listened to the music, and I was like, okay. So I came out, and he's like, wow, you blew me away, man. And then, you know, a few weeks after, you know, they were taking 360 shots of me, and I'm in the game. Like, that's crazy. I just did it once. Just did it once. Yeah, just once. But I don't play video games anymore, so it's like, I don't have time for that anymore. I'm trying to make music. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to do things that are productive. No disrespect to any gamers or sports watchers or anything like that, but to me, watching sports is watching somebody else live out their dream. I don't have time for that. I'm trying to live out my dream. You know, I have time to sit and watch LeBron live his dream. I don't know. What can I say about that? Man, I'm so excited for it. It's got a lot of people on it. What can I say about it? See, I don't want to reveal too many of the features. It might have somebody from Reach Records on it. I don't know. Right? It might have somebody from Exist on it. I don't know. It might have a couple guys from Collision on it. I don't know. It might have a bunch of secular artists that the CHH industry isn't gonna like. I don't know. But that's what I'll say. This summer, promise.